Hey guys, it's Alyssa Marie, your intuitive reader. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today we are back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is about your October 2020. So we have a bit of a Halloween theme going on because October to me is all Halloween, and so is September, and so is the rest of my life. I love Halloween. but we are using a lot of Halloween kind of spooky themed decks. So the links or the name of the decks will be down in the description box below. You can find them. I am going to be doing that for all of my videos now. If you want to know what decks I'm using, look below in the description box from here going forward. Also, I have a Patreon. If you guys want to join that, link is down below. We have a lot of exclusive content. And then the names of my patrons are also down below. Then we also have my Etsy shop and my Instagram, and please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Okay, I think I got everything in I wanted to say, so let's get started. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you feel as if you need more time, go ahead and pause and meditate on the cards. If not, we're going to hop right into it. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 1 with, well, they all have runes. So let's see what rune you got. Oh, right. You have the rune of the waves. Now, the waves can mean different things. So we will see what that entails as we look at your cards. So for your tarot, we have the 7 of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Jack-o'-lantern with protection. We have the Sacred Beetle armor with You Have a Mighty Shield. And then we have Supernatural, Inexplicable, Miraculous, Otherworldly. Wow, isn't that great for October, right? Supernatural. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to put it more like this so you guys can see the imagery on the cards. Okay, so let's get into it. First off, pile number 1. With the 7 of Cups, this is telling me that October is an emotional month, but we also do have the Pentacles here, so it's practical as well. I see with the Page of Pentacles that in the month of October, there is a skill development or a beginning of something in the career. Even if you don't have a career, this could just be a hobby, something practical though, finances, something where you're just beginning. The pages are all about just beginning, just starting, okay? But we have the 7 of Cups here, and the 7 of Cups is all about options. It can be about daydreaming about options, but with the page here, I feel as if you are going towards these options. So in the month of October, you're going to be faced with numerous options, right? And each cup has a different option. And I feel that you are going to take the opportunity with the page here, and you're going to go for one of those options. Now, because we have the cups suit here, this could have to do with relationships. It could have to do with something of the emotional body. But with you, I feel, okay, with back here with the Sacred Beetle armor, I do feel as if you've gone through some stuff recently, or maybe you're going through some stuff now, and you've actually developed this sort of armor around you as the beetle. And it's shielding you from other people. And sometime, because we have this element of protection here, and look, we also have the element of protection here. So I do feel as if definitely you are divinely protected. Your angels, your spirit guides are protecting you. But then there is this flip side, okay? And I feel as if you might be being a little bit too shielded. And for this October, it's making it hard to let in people and to feel the emotions, okay? Because with the 7 of Cups, it's like almost as if you don't know how to feel, you don't know what to feel, you don't know which road to take. how to think, how to feel, how to act. And that is an overall theme that I'm seeing. Now, with the waves rune, okay, the waves rune can mean, uncontrollable circumstances. It can mean going with the flow. It can mean physical movement. So if any of those make sense to you, go ahead. But for you guys, I feel as if this is reminding you to go with the flow this October. Some of the things that have happened in your past and that will happen are things that are out of your control, and you have to realize that. Know that things are divinely timed, divinely guided, and that they're working out in a way that is best for you. So for October, go with this watery energy of going with the flow. I feel as if you might be an earth sign, by the way. You might not, but I feel as if there is some sort of earth elements in your chart that make it so that you are a bit guarded. So I feel like now in October, when it comes up, is the time to get those emotions out, tell the person what you want to tell them, go the route with the job you want to go, buy the car, rent the apartment, open the business, whatever it is, because this is a general reading, and so I can't know exactly what it is for you, but know to take that step. And I see you guys doing that. So, but right, this is pick a card or any type of reading is the present energy. So keep that in mind. If you decide to retract this page, you're just, again, stuck in this energy of dreaming and guardedness and not moving forward. So you have to take the step this month, okay? Right now it's looking in your favor, but you must do it. You have to take this step this month. Now, with the supernatural here, this is cool, okay? I feel as in the month of October in particular, you're going to be looking at some circumstances that you might not be able to explain, okay? Now, this isn't to scare you, right? Nothing negative, but maybe you are going to be hearing some footsteps. Maybe you are going to be feeling the hair stand up on your neck. You're getting this energy, this feeling of heavy energy that you don't explain, or it's like something's around, and not to be scary, but something where you're like, that is, I can't explain that. What was that? It's going to be that kind of thing this month. So pay attention to that. Pay attention if you're getting repeated signs like numbers, like imagery, which we're going to go over some imagery you guys can look out for, because I definitely see some imagery already. But this also could have to do with, like I said, your guides trying to reach out to you through imagery, through symbols. But if that doesn't resonate with you, which I'm pretty sure it will, because I feel like that's for the majority of people, for some of you, you guys are already somebody who's highly connected to the supernatural, to like the paranormal, to star beings, to things like that, into the occult, things like that. And that's just coming through because maybe this is like your favorite time of year because of the aesthetic of Halloween and all of that. But with the otherworldly, okay, this is telling me, if you guys have been watching my Starseed series on my channel, if not, go check it out. This is telling me that there might be some beings who are going to try to contact you, or you're going to strengthen your contact with a particular star being group or a star being. And if not, know that this is a time to do some research into that, because October is the thinning of the veil. So in my opinion, it's not just the thinning of the veil of people who have passed on, but it's also the thinning of the veil between other worlds and between other dimensions. So if you are looking to work with the dragons, with the Arcturians, with the Syrians, or, even, if you're looking to talk to your passed on loved one, October to me is the perfect time, okay? So definitely work on that, okay? But other than that, it looks like a really positive month. You're divinely protected, but you do have to let go of the shield, and know that when you do let go of this shield and this hard armor that you have on, good things will come to you. But you must take those steps, otherwise you will be left in the Seven of Cups dreaming energy. Okay, pile number 1, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 2. What is your October 2020 going to look like? Let's check out your rune. Okay, you have the arrow, and the arrow is the rune of the man. So this could have to do with masculine traits, such as, being organized, practical, traditional masculine energy, or it could have to do with an actual masculine, like a man, or somebody who is very masculine. So we will see what it means in your case once we look at your cards. So first card we have out is the 9 of Cups. Second card out, the Queen of Cups. We have the Underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Oh, I love these cards. Aren't they pretty? We have a beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. I'm going to move these around a bit. Whoopsie, I'm sorry about that, guys. Just so that we can see all the cards. And then lastly, we have that death will come. Okay, that card can scare some people, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's similar to death in the tarot. We will look at that. Okay, pile number 2. This is quite interesting. I can definitely see a clear image here. Okay, first off, when it comes to the rune, for a portion of you, this has to do with a man, an actual man. For another portion of you, this has to do with your emotions, wanting to not be so watery, and we'll get to that. So there's 2 options. This is either about a man, or this is about your emotions, because we have, look here, we have the 9 of Cups, which is about emotional satisfaction. So that is wonderful. And we do have the Queen of Cups, which is somebody who is beginning with the 9 of Cups next to the Queen of Cups. It's telling me that you're beginning to own your emotions. Something has recently ended, okay, or will recently end. Okay, and it is going to be an emotional time for you. Because look, we have 2 cards here relating to death. We have the death will come, and we have the Underworld saying where all things pause and begin again. So I do feel as if there will be an ending of a relationship for some of you. And it does not have to be a romantic relationship, right? It can be a friendship. It can be a relationship. It can be a relationship with your own self, like a habit that you did. It can be, the fact that you were really hard on yourself, the fact that you didn't take care of yourself. It can be any of those things. However, I do see an ending. Now, this ending, look at this, pomegranates in both photos, okay? Beautiful imagery. Something is going to end. But it is just a pause. And that's something that can be hard for some of us to understand. But there is going to be an ending. And I feel that this time around, because I feel like you've dealt with endings in the past, this time around you are finally coming into this October, the Queen of Cups energy and the 9 of Cups energy. And the reason for that, and the way to get to the 10 of Cups, okay, because we're at the 9 of Cups, the way to get to the 10 of Cups, pile number 2, is to take on some masculine traits. Because I feel as if you guys are very watery right now, okay? That means very emotional, very in the feelings, okay? And you do need a little earth energy. You do need a little practical energy to balance you out. And that is what is going to get you to the 10 of Cups energy. But we have here as well, take care of yourself, a beautiful little worm. So the way I see that card is that not all things have yet to come. And this is kind of like pile number 1's in a way. Not all things are yet to come. There is divine timing. There are things meant to happen at particular times in our life. There are things meant to end at particular times in our life. And you, pile number 2, are but a little worm, a beautiful little worm at that, but you have yet to turn into a beautiful butterfly. And when you turn into that beautiful butterfly, you will be able to fly elsewhere and you will be able to start anew. But look, you are a worm right now. You're in the worm phase. That sounds weird. You are a worm. You're a beautiful little caterpillar. And you will turn into the butterfly, which will then lay an egg, which will then die, which will then be a worm again. And that is the way that I'm seeing your October, but also all of us, right? Our entire life. Know that we do go through these phases, pile number 2, that things need to be destroyed, for lack of a better term. Actually, I like the word destroyed. Everyone thinks destroyed is negative. It doesn't have to be, okay? Destroyed and then built anew. And this has to do with relationships. This has to do with self-behaviors, jobs, travel, creativity, passions, anything. It's okay. It's okay if you decided that that friend was not a good friend for you, or you decided that that boy, that girl, they were not a good partner, that you decided that this job that you had was not offering you any personal growth whatsoever. And so you let it die, you move on. If we fail to realize that death is a part of life, we begin to be too much in our head and be too much in our feelings. Sometimes, we're not letting go of things that have happened, and that keeps us in the caterpillar state. In order to get to the butterfly state, which you guys are almost there, I'm feeling like you've heard this message before, and you're coming into the fact that this is now. Once you have come into that state, you are going to know it, okay? You are going to know it. You are going to feel it. You're going to feel the difference. But there is an actual moment in which, and it's not like you just, like you think to yourself, okay, I'm going to let it die. That's one of the steps. But you have to actually say out loud, this thing no longer serves me. And so therefore, I'm letting you die, okay? And it's hard. And sometimes it can make us emotional, but it's necessary. So I definitely feel that there are some possible toxic or just things that are not serving you anymore in your life. So for October, I need you to do your best to cut them out. And it might be difficult, but I know that you already know what I'm talking about. Cut it out. Let it die. Change into that butterfly. So there's a lot of Scorpio energy, okay? A lot of feminine energy here that does need to be balanced with masculine, being more practical about things, looking at things in a different perspective. Instead of looking at all the feelings, which are important, also look at, okay, really this isn't serving me in any way, therefore I'm letting it go. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Now, for some imagery, like, holy crap, pomegranates, right? Pomegranates. No, pomegranates! No. Do you guys know that vine? Okay, if you don't, you're going to be like, what the heck? But, like, there's this vine where these kids are eating pomegranates, and she's like, the teacher's like, no, pomegranates! So, in your case, though, pomegranates, like, pomegranates are a symbol for you guys for October 2020. So, if you see a pomegranate, that is reminding you, let it die. That sounds weird, but let it die and we'll move on, right? I'm also seeing, right, we have Medusa coming up here. We have the Kraken. Those are symbols. I doubt you're probably going to see Medusa or the Kraken, but hey. Also the symbol of the butterfly, also the symbol of the caterpillar. Whenever you see those symbols this month, know it's time to let things go, it's time to change, and it's time to grow. Other than that, if you do that because you are almost there, you are right on the precipice of bliss, okay? If you're able to do that, and emotional fulfillment, if you are able to, October 2020 will be a beautiful, emotionally fulfilling month, but you must let it die. Okay? I hope you liked this reading, pile number 2, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so pile number 3, if you chose this reading, or this pile, we have your rune here of the sun. That is a beautiful rune to get. The sun is all about new opportunities, hope, happiness, positivity, optimism. It's a wonderful rune to get. So pile number 3, your October 2020 is looking a bright so far. Let's see what else we have here. For your tarot, we have, oh, right, interesting. We have the 3 of Swords with the alien. We have the Chariot. Okay. We have the Ghost with regret. I'm going to just kind of change how I have things set up here so you guys can see the imagery of the cards. We have Artemis of the Forest. Now you are independent and free. And lastly, we have Ancient with ancestry, Egypt, and magical inheritance. Ooh, okay. I do see a clear pattern here, pile number 3. Okay, let's get into it. First off, in October 2020, I feel a sense of regret. And I also see the 3 of Swords here. In the traditional Rider-Waite, the 3 of Swords is that image of a heart with 3 swords in it. The 3 of Swords are about heartbreak, they're about loss, they're about grief, they can be about depression. So I do feel as if in October 2020, you're dealing with this. But wait, don't click off because it's not bad. We're going to get to it. But I do see that I'm not going to lie to you guys. I see regret. I see sorrow. So maybe there has been some sort of ending with a partner, with a friend, a family member. Maybe you had a big fight, maybe something at work, something that has broken your heart, quite frankly. And there's regret surrounding it. Like maybe you think, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that to that person. Maybe I should have given them a chance. Maybe I should have looked at things differently. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. But I'm also getting the energy of the Centaur right here with the Chariot. And we have now you are independent and free. So for the vast majority of you, this is about a toxic person, okay? This can be about an ex, or somebody that you're with now that you shouldn't be and you know it. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, right? It can be a friend, can be a coworker, it's just somebody in your life, or even something in your life, okay? This is interesting. This is like pile number 2. There's a lot of letting go in today's reading with everyone. So maybe letting go of something that you did in the past to somebody else, or maybe it's letting go of a toxic behavior you had, an addiction to a substance, to, it can be anything, an addiction to social media, right? An addiction to bad types of food, not eating enough food, eating too much food. It can be anything. But you're upset about this, and for the majority of you, it is a person, I will be honest. For some of you, it's going to be something of yourself, but for the majority of you, it's about a person, a toxic individual, a toxic relationship that you need to cut out, okay? If you don't cut it out of your life, think of it as a cancer, okay? If you have a cancerous tumor, you want to get that out of there if you're able to. If you're not able to, okay. But this is in your control, pile number 3. This person, this thing, whatever it is, you are in control of it and you are able to cut it out. If you don't cut it out, it's going to spread and it's going to make you feel even worse. Now, I do see you taking initiative with the Chariot. The Chariot is about going full force ahead. As we can see with the Centaur here, he's ready for battle. It might be hard. He might have to fight his demons and his other thoughts to reach back out to that person, to try something different, to do this. No, 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 don't do that. Push full forward ahead. Don't let that person, that thing, back into your life. Pile number 3. It's toxic. But I see here that you are independent and free. So I see you doing that. At this time, the energy is telling me that you are going to feel a weight lifted off your chest. Pile number 3. A weight. You are not going to believe it. I feel maybe that at first it's going to be regretful, and at first it's going to be heartbreak. But sooner or later, within the month, you're going to transition into the Centaur, it is a Centaur, but into the Chariot energy. And you're going to move in to this energy, talking about being independent and free. Now, I will say maybe animals have to do with this in the sense that maybe it will make you heal if you spend time with animals, right? Artemis has a lot to do with animals, so maybe look into that. Maybe Artemis is reaching out to you. But yeah, spend time around animals. But we have the deer here, and the deer are about really innocence, okay? So in the way that I see it, a lot of it is not about you. I'm feeling as if it's about the other person, and for maybe lack of experience or lack of looking at the situation in a different light, you have an innocence to you in this situation, and that person is taking advantage of you, or if it's not a person, then disregard that. But either way, when you get rid of this thing or this person, you cut them out, this toxic person behavior, whatever, you're going to feel so free, so independent. You go ahead, girl or boy, you go and you treat yourself, okay? You had a long run there that was not good. You spend some time this month with self-care, okay? Self-love. Now, we also have ancient here with ancestry, Egypt, and magical influence. So I do have to mention, because I'm sure maybe you don't know, but on my channel, I am definitely loving ancient Egypt. You guys might have a connection to ancient Egypt. If not, then maybe look into the Egyptian pantheon. Either way, Egypt is coming up, so keep that in mind. But with this, it also talks about ancestry. So maybe in the month of October, you're going to have some communication with your ancestors. And by ancestors, I mean ancient ancestors, passed on loved ones. And remember that in October, the veil is thin. And like I said in pile number 2, the veil is not just thin for passed on loved ones of this lifetime. The veil is thin for your ancestors from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, from star beings, to dragons, to all these types of beings, to star beings here, to aliens. Alien is a little bit, of a term that we don't usually use for that. However, this deck is, kind of Halloween-y. So maybe we know that the veil is thin there. So if you want to contact other beings or pass on loved ones, whatever, now is the time to do it, because the veil is thin in October. And it's getting thinner and thinner as we get closer to Samhain, to Halloween, okay, to October 31st, in my opinion. But I do feel as if you guys do have some magical abilities. You are able to access those magical spiritual abilities through looking back into meditation, through your ancestors. I feel as if your ancestors' blood and spirit will be pumping through you remarkably for the month of October. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it all makes sense. Keep out for the symbol of the deer. Keep a lookout for the symbol of Egypt. And yeah, but positivity going forward. We have the sun. Beautiful positivity. You will come out of this if you choose to, if you cut them out, or the thing out. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.